Good morning, party people. Happy Friday, yo. Sorry I'm late, man. Just trying to get all this stuff done the right way, man. But seems like I gotta get some new things, man. But I'm super ready, man, and I'm showing up for you, my friends. Happy Friday, man. What you got going on for this weekend, man? Let me know where you're coming in from, what you're looking forward to doing. Are you catching me live? Are you catching me on the replay? You're gonna like this one. E plus R equals O is huge for you. What's going on, everybody? Good morning, Lorraine. Everybody pump it up, get some energy before we get started. What's up, Alicia? All right. That's enough of that. Hey, how you guys doing, man? Happy Friday to you. I'm super excited about sharing this thing. I learned it from Jack Canfield, right? What is it? The Success Principles. It's such an important book for you to read. The Success Principles. You definitely should be looking for that. Dear brother, how you doing, Lorraine? It's so good to see you on here, Papa. Mama. Anyway, listen, man. The Success Principles. It's got a workbook. It's so amazing. It actually comes with a book also if you wanted to get like, your dream board done and everything. It's just in a personal development is so important, especially for E plus R equals O. And let me explain what that means. Events. So in our lives, we've had some catastrophic events, throughout our years, from kid to now. We've gone through a lot of stuff, right? These events happen. They happen to everybody. It's not just you. It's not, God's punishing you. It's just called life, right? And life is full of that. Events that just, when you're going this way, all of a sudden it just sidetracks you and makes you go in a completely different direction. But here's the deal. How you respond to those events is what creates the way that you live. It creates your outcome. So E is the events that are going to happen in our lives. We are going to lose people. People will leave you. Your people will fire you from jobs. You might get sick. All kind of things happen to us, right? Our kids get sick. Things in the world happen every single day. How we respond, how we step into that and handle it, the meaning that we give it creates our outcome. How we live past and beyond these catastrophic events, right? And I'll give you, some examples in my life, right? When I was young, I was very shy, very timid, couldn't talk to anybody. I try to ask girls out and I would just stand there and and then walk away. Somebody told me that this girl was going to go to the prom with you. All you have to do is ask, and I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it, right? Part of the reason was when this was happening was that I had been molested, right? And I shared that already. I'm not going to get too deep into that. I was good in school. I was going to be a doctor. I was bullied, because I was so shut down, until one day I hit somebody and the person fell. And from there on, and I saw breakdancing and my life changed, right? Me from being molested to being a victim to now being a good person, right? Another thing that happened to me that's catastrophic, right? And I'm sure that I'm sharing these things with you so that you know that you're not alone. It doesn't happen just to you. It's not like going in, how you doing, Maria? Good to see you, right? Like, I built a group for breakdancing. One of the first, back in the days, we invented all the spinning stuff to get to, the air. We were the fathers of that. I was like taking money from my dad and always being in my dad's house practicing no matter what. People would sleep in the closet. It was crazy what I did, and then when my son was about to be born, the guys who I thought were my friends, I call them my frenemies because they just betrayed me, after everything I did for them. They never invested any money or anything. I took care of them, and we had costumes, and I taught them, and I found a place. I did everything for them. And then they came to me, greedy, saying, hey, we got to leave everybody else behind. There's only the 5 of us. We got to make money. And see, they didn't understand that, you got to get a brand first, and people got to respect you in order for you to get paid. And here we were there. Brand was up here. We were about to get paid and take off, right? And life would have been different, but I like what life is now. Anyway, so they stole it from me. They went behind my back with the manager and fired me. And 2 years later, they were gone. However, right, how I responded to that was that I continued to go. We kept our name, we kept practicing, we kept going away, and the next thing I did was pass it on to my son. I could have let that broke me down. It did for a while. Started doing drugs. I went into a completely different tailspin, like I couldn't believe it, for a couple of years, but I came back. And my response to it was to grow, to continue, to say, no, this is my crew, and we are going to do it. I passed it on to my son, and legacy now, look at what my son is doing. It's pretty amazing. So you have things in your life that drag you down and hurt you. You feel like they're meant to hurt you, to break you, but they're really meant to empower you. So you have to look at your response to every situation. If you have things right now that you're not dealing with, I need you to write them down and then start changing the meaning of what they are to you. Like being molested to me is now being an inspiration to other people. People stealing my crew is me being a better manager and having contracts. I'm not going to stop, trusting people because they suck. You don't want to take these things away from you, right? Then I turned that into a DJ company because my whole life people were telling me that dancing, you can't make a living. And here I am at 56 years old, looking kind of diesel, and I have one of the top DJ companies in the country. Still, 30 years I've been having it. I've been dancing still, right? And if I would have listened to the people, which is what happens to a lot of you, people talk you out of your dreams. You have to have a better response for that. It's your dreams, right? What they're doing is not your dream. What you're doing, what you feel is your dream, and you should be living your dream. You have unlimited potential. You were born with greatness, with something special to bring to this world. Do not forget that. But my DJ company with the same guy, try to steal that. And luckily a lot of my friends jumped in. They helped me. I joined another group that also stole it, my company. But here I am. I'm still here. Those people are not. Right? Because of my response to continue to push forward, that no matter what people do to me, I'm not going to be a victim. I'm going to find a way to restart and restart until I succeed. That's my response, and that's what my outcome is. I have a beautiful home, a beautiful family, a beautiful car, beautiful everything that I want, everything that I've dreamed of, I have. Because I had a different response than to say, oh man, these people took it away from me. Man, that's it. I tried everything. That's a horrible response. Right? And so we'll keep going, right? Then COVID happened, then I lost, because of my being molested, I was awful at having relationships because I felt like I was not a good man, like I wasn't a man. I was, because I was molested at that, I brought that on myself. So I treated women, I would just like conquer, which was an awful thing for me to do. And I've apologized to everybody since that, because that's not who I am. But I got to learn love from Lynette. She taught me. She was patient enough to teach me. And then I lost her. And a lot of people would have been gone there. People would, when you lose somebody, listen to me. They would not want you to lose yourself and to not be the parent for your children. They would want you to move forward. And most people don't. They stay stuck in that pain. And it's painful. And I still feel the pain. But I am also still living, right? Because you have to get a primary question that works for you. What is your primary? Why does this always happen to me? Why can't I get a break? Those are horrible questions to ask yourself on a daily. How about what can I learn from this and grow? And what I learned from that is that, you know what? Saving money isn't the only answer. I mean, of course, you have to practice, prepare for the future, but traveling and having experiences with the people that are around you, waiting for that to happen 10 years later, it might not ever happen. So my response was to live a life with my daughter and give her adventure. And now she's in NYU. So your response creates an outcome for you and the kids that are watching you. Now, Lynette would not want me to be sad in my room and, oh, I lost Lynette. That's not what she would want. That's not what people marry each other to do. They marry each other to make each other better. She told me, I'm sure you're going to find somebody, and when you do, just don't take down my pictures. And we have pictures. And I have a new wife, and we have pictures because I found a person that accepts that, right? Your response creates your outcome. You have 100% responsibility for everything in your life, and you can change these things. And then COVID happened, and I haven't had, my DJ company was gone. And now we're back, right? I pivoted. I found a way to make money during that time. So you've got to learn to pivot. You've got to learn that events will happen. They're not personal. What's happening in your life is not personal. It's called life. But can you control what happens? You cannot control events. You can't control the weather. You can't control somebody else getting sick. You can't control somebody not loving you anymore. You can't control somebody being greedy and stealing your stuff. You can't control these things, but you can control your response. What do I handle with these things? What do I do with these things? Do I continue to live? Yes. Do I not trust that person and get him out of my life? Yes. Do I, get healthier? Yes. Your response creates your outcome. You are 100% in control of how you feel about these situations. And it doesn't mean you have to get rid of them. You can still live with them, but you can give them a different meaning, right? And so that's what life is about. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this on this Friday. Rick the Glad and Sarah coming to you with the boom. Listen, I'm showing up at 7:45 unless I'm traveling. And if I'm traveling, I'll let you know and I'll do one later, man. God bless you. I hope that I served you well and that I gave you something to believe in, right? So put it down. E plus R equals O. Hashtag E plus R equals O. Write it down. What's up? Yeah, so is yours, Felicia. We gotta unite, man, and join forces and kick some butt, man. And I think we're gonna do that, right? Your response, how you look at life, what meaning you give to these things can create a good life for yourself, no matter what's happening. And those are the things you can control. Peace out. Have a great day.